Namaskaram, everyone wants success. But the problem is most people don't even know what success means to them. They chase something society has put in front of them, like a carrot on a stick. Then when they get it, they feel empty inside. This is not success. This is just exhaustion. So before you ask how to be successful, ask yourself, what does success mean to me? If you don't define it, someone else will, and you will live a borrowed life. If you don't see clearly, how will you walk properly? Most people are just busy, not necessarily moving in the right direction. They wake up, rush through their day, do what they think they are supposed to do, and collapse into bed at night, only to repeat the cycle again. Years pass, and one day they stop and wonder, where did my life go? Being successful is not just about hard work, it is about knowing where you are going. If you climb a ladder fast, but it is leaning against the wrong wall, all your effort will only take you further in the wrong direction. Clarity means understanding what truly matters to you, not what others think is important. It means seeing things as they are, not as you wish them to be. When you have clarity, there is no confusion, no hesitation, just effortless movement toward your goal. But clarity does not come just because you want it. It comes when your mind is still and your emotions are balanced. If your thoughts are constantly running wild, jumping from one thing to another, clarity will never be there. It's like trying to see the bottom of a lake when the water is disturbed. The more you try to force it, the more ripples you create. But if you learn to keep your mind still, clarity will naturally arise. Many people think they need motivation to be successful. No. Motivation is like a drug. You take it, you feel high for a while, and it wears off. What you really need is clarity. When you are clear about what you want, you don't need motivation, you simply do what is needed. There is no struggle, no stress, no second guessing. It just happens. So, if you are constantly feeling stuck, lost, or overwhelmed, don't try to do more. Instead, pause. Sit with yourself. Ask, what is truly important to me? Where do I want to go? If you find clarity, success will no longer be something you chase, it will be the natural outcome of your actions. Your body, mind, and energy are like a team. If they are not working together, life feels like a struggle. Imagine driving a car where the wheels are pulling in different directions. No matter how powerful the engine is, the ride will be rough, and you may never reach your destination. This is exactly what happens to people who push hard for success but don't align their inner system. Most people try to fix only one aspect of life. If they are tired, they sleep. If they feel unmotivated, they look for inspiration. If they are stressed, they take a break. But this is like putting patches on a leaking boat. It may work temporarily, but the problem never really goes away. If you truly want success to come effortlessly, you must bring your body, mind, and energy into alignment. Let's start with the body. Your body is not just a vehicle, it is the foundation of everything you do. If you don't keep it in good shape, you cannot function at your best. This is not about six-pack abs or lifting heavy weights. It is about keeping the body flexible, balanced, and full of vitality. If you eat the wrong foods, move too little, or overload it with stress, your energy will be sluggish, and success will feel like climbing a steep mountain with heavy chains tied to your legs. Then there is the mind. If your thoughts are scattered, if you are constantly overthinking, if you are easily distracted, success will always seem distant. The mind should work for you, not against you. Right now, for many people, the mind is like an unruly child. It keeps running everywhere, creating unnecessary problems. But when you bring it to a state of balance, clarity arises and making the right choices becomes effortless. And finally, energy. Most people never think about this, but everything in life is energy. Your emotions, your focus, your enthusiasm, these are all expressions of how your energy flows. If your energy is low, even small tasks feel like a burden. But when your energy is vibrant, work feels effortless and life moves in the direction you want. If your body is struggling, your mind is confused, and your energy is weak, even small challenges will feel overwhelming. But when all three are in alignment, you can handle whatever comes your way with ease. Success is not about fighting through obstacles, it is about flowing through life with balance and strength. One of the biggest obstacles to success is the constant need for validation. Most people are not living their own lives, they are living a life designed to impress others. From the way they dress to the careers they choose, even the dreams they chase, everything is shaped by what society, family, or peers expect from them. But if your definition of success depends on others' approval, you will never truly be free. Imagine spending your whole life climbing a mountain, only to realize at the top that it was never the mountain you wanted to climb. This is what happens when you seek validation. You work hard, achieve things, and yet there is an emptiness inside because deep down you are not doing it for yourself. True success is when you feel fulfilled, not when others acknowledge your achievements. But breaking free from the need for validation is not easy. From childhood, people are conditioned to seek approval first from parents, then teachers, then society. A child does something well and immediately they are praised. If they fail, they are scolded or laughed at. Slowly, they learn that their worth is based on others' opinions. This habit follows them into adulthood, where they make decisions not based on what is right for them, but on what will make others admire them. This is why so many people are stressed and anxious. They are always watching how others perceive them. If they receive praise, they feel happy. If they are criticized, they feel miserable. This means their entire emotional state is controlled by people who may not even truly care about them. If you let the world dictate your happiness, you will never have stability because opinions change constantly. Look at nature. Does a tree ask for permission to grow? Does the sun worry about who appreciates its light? No. They simply do what they are meant to do. You too must find your inner stability. When you stop looking for approval, life becomes simple. You do what needs to be done without constantly worrying about how it looks to others. This does not mean you ignore feedback or disrespect others. It simply means you are no longer a slave to people's opinions. When you stop seeking validation, something incredible happens suddenly. You become more effective, more focused, and more at peace. You act from clarity, not from the fear of judgment. And ironically, when you no longer crave approval, people respect you even more. Seriousness is a disease. If you look at children, they are naturally joyful, playful, and full of life. They do not need a reason to laugh or to dance around. But as people grow older, they start carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. They believe that being serious means they are responsible, mature, or intelligent. In reality, seriousness is just a sign that they have forgotten how to truly live. Many people think success comes from working with a heavy mind, full of stress and worry. They believe that if they do not frown and overthink every decision, they will fail. But look at the most successful people, not the ones who are just rich, but the ones who are truly alive. They approach life with a sense of playfulness. This does not mean they are careless. It means they know how to be involved without being burdened. When you take life too seriously, everything becomes difficult. A small problem feels like a crisis, a mistake feels like a disaster, and even success feels empty because you are too stressed to enjoy it. Seriousness kills creativity, destroys relationships, and makes even simple things feel exhausting. Playfulness, on the other hand, keeps you fresh. It allows you to face challenges with ease and see opportunities where others see obstacles. You think of life like a game. If you are too serious, you hesitate, overthink, and make mistakes. But when you are playful, you move with agility, learn from failures, and find solutions effortlessly. Look at the greatest innovators, artists, and thinkers in history. Most of them approached their work like play. They were curious, fearless, and willing to experiment. That is why they were able to break barriers and create something new. Even in daily life, playfulness makes a difference. If you bring a heavy, serious attitude to your work, you will struggle. But if you bring a playful attitude, you will naturally excel. Relationships also thrive when there is lightness. Nobody enjoys being around someone who takes everything too seriously. When you are playful, you make life enjoyable for yourself and for those around you. Playfulness is not about being irresponsible. It is about being fully alive. If you can approach every situation with a light heart and a flexible mind, success will come naturally. Because when you are playful, you are open, energetic, and completely present. And that is when life truly works in your favor. Most people spend their entire lives trying to fix others. They complain about how people should behave, how the world should be, how circumstances should change to suit them. But very few look inward and ask, how can I improve myself? This is why so many struggle with success, not because they lack opportunity, but because they are too busy focusing on everything except themselves. Imagine you are in a boat that is leaking. Instead of fixing the holes, you keep yelling at the water for coming in. Does that make sense? Yet, this is what people do. They blame their failures on the economy, their upbringing, their luck, or the people around them. But those who are truly successful take responsibility for themselves first. They do not wait for the world to change, they change themselves to fit any situation. The most powerful thing you can do for success is not to fix others, but to refine yourself. If you become highly capable, highly skilled, and highly balanced within, success is inevitable. The world naturally values those who bring something of worth, not those who complain about what is lacking. Think of it like this: if you plant a tree and it is not growing well, do you shout at the tree? No, you check the soil, the sunlight, the water. You fix the conditions and the tree grows on its own. Similarly, if your life is not going the way you want, instead of blaming external factors, look at yourself. What skills do you need to develop? What habits are holding you back? What mindset is limiting you? Fix these things and success will come effortlessly. Many people believe that success is about controlling the outside world. They try to manipulate situations, influence people, or change circumstances. But real success comes from mastering yourself. If your mind is sharp, your emotions are balanced, and your actions are disciplined, then no matter where you are, you will thrive. Some may argue, but what about people who are unfair or situations that are truly difficult? Yes, life will always have challenges. But if you wait for the world to be perfect before you succeed, you will wait forever. Instead, focus on becoming so capable that no matter what happens around you, you can still move forward. When you invest in upgrading yourself, your knowledge, your skills, your ability to handle situations, you will not need to chase success. Success will come to you. Because in any field, in any part of life, the ones who rise are the ones who are constantly growing. Failure is something most people fear, but it is also one of the most valuable experiences in life. The problem is not failure itself, the problem is how people see it. For many, failure feels like the end, like a personal defeat, like something to be ashamed of. But if you look at anyone who has truly succeeded in life, you will see that failure was not a roadblock for them. It was a stepping stone. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of it. Every successful person has failed, often many times. But the difference is in how they handle it. Some people experience failure and immediately lose confidence. They give up, thinking they are not good enough. Others learn from it, adjust their approach, and come back stronger. The question is, which one are you? If you fear failure, you will never take real risks. You will play it safe, staying in your comfort zone, never testing your true potential. But success does not come to those who are afraid to fall. It comes to those who are willing to stumble, get up, and keep moving. Every failure teaches you something that no success ever can. It sharpens you, strengthens you, and prepares you for bigger opportunities. The problem is, society conditions people to see failure as something bad. From childhood, we are taught to avoid mistakes at all costs. In school, if you fail a test, you feel embarrassed. In the workplace, if you make an error, you worry about being judged. Over time, this creates a mindset where people are terrified of making the wrong move. But in reality, the most successful people are the ones who have made the most mistakes, because each mistake was a lesson that made them wiser. Look at a child learning to walk. They fall hundreds of times before they finally take their first step. But do they ever think, maybe walking is not for me? No. They keep trying without self-doubt, without fear, without shame. And eventually they succeed. This is how we were all born to fail, learn, and grow. But somewhere along the way, society taught us to fear failure, and that is where many get stuck. The key is to change how you see failure. Instead of thinking, I failed, start thinking, I learned something valuable. Instead of feeling defeated, ask, what can I improve next time? Every setback carries a lesson, but only if you are willing to see it. There is no truly successful person in this world who has never failed. The only difference is they did not let failure stop them. They used it as fuel. If you can develop this mindset where failure is just a step forward, then no obstacle will ever be too big for you. Because when failure stops scaring you, success stops running from you. Success is not something you chase, it is something you become. If you align yourself, your mind, body, and energy, success will follow naturally. If you stop seeking validation, embrace failure as a lesson, and remain playful in your pursuit, no obstacle will be too great. The world does not decide your success, you do. It is not about luck, not about external circumstances, but about how well prepared and clear you are within yourself. When you stop waiting for the perfect conditions and start shaping yourself into the kind of person who can handle any situation, success will no longer be a distant dream. It will become a natural part of your life. So don't ask, how can I be successful? Instead, ask, how can I become the kind of person success cannot ignore? Because when you get that right, success will not just come to you, it will have no choice but to stay.